Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. I think that works okay. I've got a face mask. As you can see, I'm going to have to leave the headphones off. So bear with me.
Bobby's Popcast.
Hello, welcome to the Popcast. No, I don't have jaundice. This is one of those honey masks that I got from Target. I'm a big fan of the lavender mud one. I do like the aloe vera cleansing one. And this one, every now and then, I'm tempted to eat it though, because it actually tastes good. I got some on my lip just now. It tastes good. All right. So, in lieu of doing the Popcast today with pop culture stories, I thought I could talk about ways to make you happier in life. So, this is fascinating stuff to me because I want you to be happy. I want to be happy. And I think that's the ultimate goal of pretty much almost any human. I think not to get all spiritual up in here, but one of my favorite scriptures is men are that they might have joy. That's also implied for women and everyone in between, humans. But I love that scripture because it's simple. As you can hear, my cat is very happy right now because she leads a simple life, which brings me to my point. A new study found living the simple life really does make us happier. So if you're working all day and night just to afford the next new gadget, you might be doing it wrong according to a new study. They found that living a more simplistic lifestyle really does make you happier. I kind of live by the means of stay within your means. I lost my job in December from a full-time radio gig where I was gainfully employed. My wife is also a manager of a T-Mobile. She does well. I've not been making the same money that I used to make. So we've had to readjust finances and kind of watch simple things. But when you live within your means, I've learned that you can pay your bills. You can stay within those fines of what you're making versus what bills you owe. And I think that leads to an overall happier lifestyle. That's just me. That's what works for me. So people who keep it simple don't work too much. They also don't buy too much junk. They tend to live happier lives according to new data. One main reason is because it tends to strengthen social bonds. More on that in a second. But they define simple life by breaking it into 5 different categories. We're going to go over all 5 for the next half hour. I'm just kidding. It's very simple. But if you do all of these things, my cat is rubbing against my legs. So that means she's happy. Mira, I'm allergic to you, babe. That's my mom's cat. But if you do all of these things in these 5 categories, you're currently living the simple life. They said, number 1, material simplicity. You don't buy a lot of stuff you don't need. This is something that I've gotten better at. I will say Spirit Halloween opened up last week and I've only purchased 2 items. So, little victories is what we celebrate. But yeah, you don't need to have all the newest tech stuff. That's kind of, I think the big thing is what they're saying. I'm rocking the i15 Pro. I know the 17 comes out soon. So I think I'm pretty simple in that world. Self-sufficiency. This is really, really important. This includes things like cooking for most of your own meals and growing food in a garden. They say something simplistic is also nurturing to your overall happiness because you tend to something. You have to watch it grow. You have to give it the water and make sure it has the sunshine and all that good stuff. So they say self-sufficiency in ways of making your most of your meals, not going out to eat, which is healthier for you, and also growing a garden. I think that's pretty cool. I've met a lot of people that garden and they tend to be happy people. Local procurement. What a great word that is. That's when you buy local. So not somebody who buys everything on Amazon. I know Amazon's a very quick go-to and we do use our fair share of Amazon, but when you can buy local, Colorado is I think it's a big small town in a lot of different ways because I believe that we have a support small business mentality. More on that in a second with CS Custom Lines. They are locally owned and operated, which we'll talk about. But supporting local gives you a sense of community and happiness overall, is what they say. Resource conservation. That's where you don't waste food and you repair things instead of replacing them. I will say this. Credit goes to my wife on this one because the moment something goes wrong, I'm like, we need to get something new. Or we have to pay to get it fixed properly. She's the first person to find a YouTube video on how to fix something. And our washer, which defunct because there was a hole in one of the little valves or whatever, is now working properly because we went to Home Depot together and found some patch kit, I don't know what is it, resin or something like that. Anyway, she found the YouTube video. We figured out how to do it. And now our washer's working. Whereas I would have been throw it away. We have to buy a new one. Sorry, I was raised a little bit differently. Beneficence. Beneficence. If you've not heard that word, they say it's the most important one. It's sharing skills, resources, and helping build your community. So practice beneficence. Beneficence. Use it in a sentence. Sharing skills, resources, helping build your community. That's, I think, what a true leader does. There's differences between a manager and a leader. A leader empowers others around them with skills and knowledge and wisdom so that they can take that job and then go off and do something else. A manager just oversees people and does tasks. Be a leader. I think that's the difference. The study basically found that most of the stuff on this list leads to stronger social bonds, which makes you overall a happier person. So think of those things again. Material simplicity. You don't need all the high-tech stuff or all the stuff that you don't need, all the gadgets and gizmos. And if you're me, Halloween stuff. And I say that out loud, like I'm not going to do it this year. Self-sufficiency, cooking most of your own meals, starting to grow a garden, local procurement, buy local, support local, resource conservation, don't waste your food, repair things, get it done. And beneficence, that's where you share your skills, resources, and help build your community. And that's Bobby Adon, helping you live a happier life. Thank you for watching another episode of the podcast. This is a feel-good one because I'm doing my honey mask. So I feel like, I want to spread the positivity and joy with the podcast. By the way, if you've not heard, Hardy Heights is a podcast that my friend Dan Hardy does. Mira, please stop. She's literally rubbing on my legs and I'm like allergic to her. Stop. Go. I love you. Ow, she just bit me. Bitch. Sorry. Anyway, my friend Dan Hardy released a podcast with Woody and I, so you can check that out on all my socials. I plugged that, and that's really, really fun. It was like having the morning show back together, but with one of our best radio friends, Dan Hardy. So shout out to him and Hardy Heights. That was a blast. I got to do the podcast recording in Odyssey Studios in Denver, and I felt famous. I felt famous again. Oh, and it's like Woody and I never missed a beat, and it was so much fun. But now, so we're talking about supporting local resource conservation and local procurement. That's where you can support CS Custom Blinds. They are Colorado owned for your Colorado home. And now is the time to save up to 0% interest for up to 18 months. That's a really good deal because guess what? Prices are going to be going up next year. So now's the time to buy. And as we kind of finish this push for final summer where we're talking about outdoor exterior coverings like a sunsetter, now's the time to think about investing into your property because not only will you love your home all over again, it's an investment into your home, which adds value if you ever think about selling again or just hold on to it and just enjoy it. And not only sunsetters, they actually do interiors like blinds, shutters, shades, whatever you can imagine, they can make happen and make a reality. And the best part is the in-home estimate is totally free. So call right now, 719-344-2799 or visit them online at cscustomblinds.com. CS Custom Blinds, Colorado owned for your Colorado home. My brain went boop.